Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am officially 4 weeks postpartum as of a few days ago, and in the last month I've been using these specific items for my newborn. It's been incredibly helpful and I just thought I'd pop on here and share them with you guys. All of the items that I'll be discussing today, I will go ahead and post the link in the description below. Item number 1, everyday clothing for your newborn. When you're shopping for the first few outfits that your newborn will be wearing, you're going to want to find something that is comfortable, soft, easy to put on, and durable. I'm a huge fan of the Burt's Bees baby clothing line. Fabric is super soft, it's durable, you can wash it however many times and it doesn't fade. It's great, and honestly, you're going to want something that zips for easy access at night and during the day when you're changing all those many diapers. The more sleepers for your newborn, the better. It's just easier for you as a parent and having to change 1,000 diapers a day in the middle of the night. You just want something that you can zip up and down, take on and off, and something that's going to be warm and cozy for your babies. Also with newborns, they're going to be growing out of their clothes so quickly, so you're going to want to buy things that they can kind of grow into. So for example, I love this kind of it's almost like a muumuu for a baby because it's long, it's like a long nightgown, and it's got the opening at the bottom, and this one particularly says 0 to 6 months, so there's a lot of growing room. I think I spent like 15 bucks on this, so definitely well worth my penny. Number 2, sleeping. I have quite a few items for this particular subject, so let's get started. First and foremost, the most important essential you'll need for your baby is going to be somewhere for them to sleep. I am a huge fan of the dockatot. This is my second time around using it since my older daughter used this as well. The dockatot's great because it is super thick and firm. And basically you put your newborn inside and it kind of just, in a way, swaddles them and keeps them nice and tight. It's almost like somebody's giving them a nice big hug. And it's great for soothing a restless sleeper. So our newborn, we just plop her in and she pretty much falls right to sleep. It's been great for our family. As you can see, ours has a few little stains. What I would recommend is that you invest in a little cover, one of those waterproof covers. I got this on Amazon, I'll link it below. It was probably a few dollars, but I would invest in one of these. That way you can plop it over your dockatot like this, and then if for whatever reason your little baby has a very wet diaper, it will go onto this waterproof pad and not your actual dockatot, because we have a few stains that aren't so cute or attractive. And then on top of that, you can also put a cover over the dockatot to just kind of keep it nice and soft for your little baby to sleep on. These are a little bit pricey, however, I believe they're completely worth every single penny. Our 1-year-old slept in this dockatot until she was about, I think, 8 months. Up until they can sit up or roll over, that's when you want to remove this. But until then, this is an amazing option for sleeping at night. Next on the list, I have 2 different types of swaddles. My absolute favorite swaddle is the Love to Dream Arms Up swaddle. Both my babies have loved this. My 1-year-old loved it when she was smaller, and then my newborn is now using this, and she loves it because naturally I feel babies always have their hands up. So whenever I would try to swaddle either of my girls with their arms down, I just noticed that they would always try to wiggle their way out and pull their hands back up. This one naturally allows them to kind of keep their hands up, and an amazing option. It's been working out beautifully at night for us. Another swaddle that I'm a little bit newer to, but I've been enjoying it very much so, and this is an arms down swaddle, but this one doesn't seem to bother my newborn, It's the Halo Sleep Sack Swaddle. And like I said, I am a little bit newer to this swaddle, but it's really nice. So initially you put your newborn or your child into the swaddle. It is another zipping option. You put the baby in and then you kind of tuck their arms down and then you wrap this around and then you swaddle them tight. This one my newborn seems to like. Any other of the swaddles where you put their arms down, she does not like, and I can see her like sneaking her arms up and it's a disaster. She gets out of all of them. This one she cannot get out of and she sleeps really well with it. So thought I'd use it. I recommend it. It's great. Next on my list is a baby monitor. I need a monitor because I am one of those anxious mamas that I just need to know what my baby's doing. I need to be able to look at her. I need to make sure she's breathing. And if she makes a peep, I want to know about it. So I've gone through quite a few monitors and this is the one that I love. This is the Moon Baby and it has 2 cameras and it splits the screen so you can, if you have 2 babies and they're in different rooms or in different beds, you can literally have the two different cameras on each baby when they're sleeping, napping, nighttime, whatever it is, and you can split the screen so that you can see one baby on one side and and then the other baby on the other side. And if you just have one baby sleeping, you can make the full screen of just that one child, whichever child that you're trying to basically focus on. I love this thing. I love the act that has a monitor. I don't like the ones that there's an app on your phone and you connect to the app. Not about it. I like something that I can have on all night long and it's bright, it's in my face and I can see everything at all times. I go downstairs, I take this with me, and when I'm doing dishes, I have this in front of me. I need this, okay? You can also talk through the monitor, so if your baby's whining, they woke up from their nap and you want to talk to your baby, you can absolutely press this button and tell them you'll be right up to get them. The only thing about this monitor that I wish could be improved is the battery life. The battery life is a little bit on the shorter side. You basically have to have the charger with you if you're going to be having this on. So one option that they do have, there's a button right here that says power saving, so you can still hear, like if your baby's asleep, you can still have it on so that if they do make a noise, you could hear it, and but the screen will be off if you do select the power saving mode, and that kind of does preserve the battery. But I just like it on always, especially if my child is upstairs sleeping. So yeah, the battery is not the greatest, but you just charge it and then charge it again. Next on my sleeping list is the Dream Egg sound machine. This I love. I have 2 sound machines. I have a very simple sound machine that's in my 1-year-old's bedroom. It's like a little owl. There's very few options. It works great. But this one is luxury. It's lovely. It's almost got like a little bass system to it. So I have it right next to the bassinet where my newborn sleeps, but you can turn it on. It's got multiple different options. It has a little ring light right here that turns on, and you can set it on a timer. It's got volume control. This is great. It's like $35. This is a wonderful option. Next, the Vava Egg Nightlight. This thing is phenomenal. I just call it the egg and I use it all the time. All the time. This egg is everything. I nurse, so basically this is what I use every time my newborn wakes up and she needs to be fed. You literally double tap, turns on. I'm not a huge fan of the white light, so what I'll do is you just tap the Vava sign and it turns into a yellow light. So this is a little bit of a softer light versus the white light. And then you can just adjust the lighting. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but you can adjust the lighting by putting your hand on it. It's awesome, and the light when you have it all the way up is actually pretty bright, so you can even use it as a flashlight if you want. But double tap, turns off, double tap, turns on. It has a really good charging life. I use this all the time. Phenomenal, one of my favorite items for newborn girl. Number 3, nursing. So first off, my newborn has reflux, really bad. So she vomits constantly. I had to invest in burp cloths. The ones that I got were the Muslim swaddle rags, I think you call them, and they're pretty huge. They're pretty massive. I love this. I literally just grab it and throw it over my shoulder, put my baby, and I'll burp her, and literally she would drench the whole thing. Come to find out, she was lactose intolerant, so I had to end up changing my diet, and it's been a little bit better since, but I divert. This is wonderful. I use this all the time. I use it when I'm nursing. I use it as a cover up. I use it as a burp rag. I use it as a blankie sometimes. I mean, this is so diverse, and you can get them at Target. You can really get them on Amazon. You can get them anywhere, and they're not that expensive, and they're very durable. I can't tell you how many times I've washed this. I do have quite a few, but I've washed it so many times. I mean, I was literally going through like 3 or 4 per day, just getting them all drenched with little baby. So highly recommend. They're a must-have for sure. Another item that I absolutely love and use religiously is this gorgeous cover. So I absolutely love this. This is very diverse as well. You can use it as a cover for when you're out in public. I am a little bit more on the reserve side. I am not going to whip out my Tata in public, but it's great for nursing your little one. It's soft, it's stretchy, it's just flattering. I mean, honestly, you can even, well, maybe not like a shirt, but yeah, it's great. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I also use it as a car seat cover, especially right now since we're dealing with Corona. The last thing we want to do is expose our babies because, you know, we have to go grocery shopping. We have to leave the house sometimes with our children. We don't have a choice. This cover that also works as a car seat cover is an amazing option to kind of keep the germs away and at bay. So I will also link this below. I got it on Amazon. It's a must-have. The next item I'm going to discuss is the Haka. This is a very well reviewed and highly recommended little device for catching the dripping milk when you are nursing. So basically you'd have your baby nursing on one side, and instead of kind of keeping your bra on and your pad and absorbing all that excess milk, you would suction this guy onto your Tata and basically have reserves that you can just store in the freezer. This is excellent, especially if you don't like to pump. This is amazing, and this will be your best friend. The next item on my list is very personal, but I'm going to share with you guys because it's something that I have to use many times a day, every single day. And that is the nipple shield. So getting a little bit personal, TMI, sorry, but I have very flat nipples, and on top of that I am always engorged. So those combinations together is basically creates this brick wall, and my baby has a very hard time latching on. Both girls did. So the nipple shield has been the only way that I can nurse. The nipple shield is an amazing device that is extremely thin and soft. I think this is like a silicone or something, but it's super soft, and you basically pop it onto your nipple where your baby would be nursing, and there's some holes in the front, and the baby suctions on from here. This is amazing. I feel like nursing is so challenging physically and emotionally that we sometimes are just so hard on ourselves for not being able to make it happen for our babies. So I use a nipple shield and I'm okay with that. So I just wanted to share it because if you have flat nipples, if you're always engorged, if you have mastitis, if you're going through something and it's just baby's not latching right, don't give up. Try the nipple shield. This thing is phenomenal and a lifesaver. It also comes with a little case that I absolutely love because, and by the way, I have many nipple shields. They're in every single room of this house. But this case, it's a little traveling case, keeps it safe. Love it. And they're like $6 on Amazon. And then usually the hospital will give you one if you ask for it. So, yeah. Number 4, bath time. So I'm gonna keep bath time short and sweet. But let me tell you something. This is the Baby Delight Baby Bather. I love this. This actually, I wish I found this for my 1-year-old because the one that we had was this highly reviewed slippery blue. It was similar to this, but it had kind of like this slippery texture, and my baby, didn't matter how old she was, she would just slip right through. So I was always hovering over her in the bathtub, making sure that she wouldn't slip. It was a nightmare. It was a scary nightmare. So when I found this, I was so happy because it's kind of like this soft plush fabric and it's very cushiony. And I love it because you put the baby here and your baby's not going anywhere. Safe, soft, easy to clean. Okay, you guys, it's the next day. My toddler ended up waking up from her nap and there was no filming after that. She just went through my little piles that I had here to show you guys what I was, the products that I've been using, and she just wrecked everything. I had to put things up on the table, I had to put things away. So I just decided that I would wait until her nap time or her nap time today to finish. So here we are. Here's little Scarlett. She's my little companion right now. So let's get to it. Okay, so next on the list. This is also another personal favorite of mine. I have used it religiously and it has made bath time a absolute joy versus an absolute struggle. This item right here, a little bit interesting looking. It's a little elephant with a hose, and at the very end there's this little shower. I wanted something that I could just continuously use as a rinser. This is great. You literally fill up the bathtub to whatever amount of water you desire, and you just plop the little elephant inside the water, and then it automatically just it sucks up the water and it comes out of here. It comes out really soft, but like a full flow. So it doesn't like scare your baby, or it's not anything crazy, but it just comes out nice and soft, and then you can rinse their hair really good, get all the shampoo out, and yeah, it's been a great investment. I think I spent under $30 for this. This is what it sounds like. You put batteries inside, and I haven't even changed the batteries. Like, they've lasted quite some time, and I actually got this several months ago for my 1-year-old, and I'm thrilled to use it for my newborn because it's just been great. It makes it so easy to give her a little bath, and especially when their umbilical cord is still attached, you can easily just go around the tummy part, and yeah, I highly recommend this. Number 5, diapering. So I've always been a bit of a naturalist, and so I try to always go the non-chemical route as much as I possibly can, and that includes diaper cream. What I use is cornstarch. Call me crazy, but if it's good enough to eat, it's good enough to put on your body, right? Sometimes. So I use cornstarch, and I love using cornstarch. It is a miracle worker. Literally, if your little one starts to get a little bit red, you just take a little bit out and then you sprinkle it on the area, rub it in, and I almost can guarantee you that the next time you change their diaper or the following day, it's gonna be cleared up. Especially if you use it at night, the next morning, your baby's not even red anymore. So The packaging for cornstarch is not the best. You definitely don't want to be putting your hand in and contaminating the rest of the powder. So what I do is I actually have, and I've been reusing this regular bottle of powder. This is the Burt's Bees dusting powder, but what I did was I emptied the insides, the contents inside, and I pour the cornstarch in this packaging. So when I want to use it, you know, you just open it up and then sprinkle some, and see how easy that came out. It's definitely a really good option.
Are you okay?
So go to your local market, a couple bucks, if not less, and get yourself some cornstarch, and you're welcome to use it out of the container. I just don't like dabbling and then potentially contaminating it with my hands. So put it in another form of packaging, whatever that may be, and you are good to go. I'm gonna tangent for a second and just mention that for my 1-year-old, I did use cloth diapers on her until she turned about 8 or 9 months. So I do have a lot of knowledge regarding cloth diapers. I might actually just make that into a completely separate video because there's a lot to talk about and we're on a time frame here. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip cloth diapers, but I will make another video and post that soon. When it comes to wipes, both my girls are incredibly sensitive, both of them, and I mean hypersensitive skin. I've definitely had to shop around and try a bunch of different brands and see what's worked and what hasn't. More have not worked. So it's basically down to 2 different brands. I use the Honest plant-based wipes. These are great. These are really, really nice. They have just enough moisture or like wetness in the towelettes to where you can really get it a lot when you're cleaning. I feel like some wipes are really dry, some wipes are really scratchy, they're just not soft. These are very, very soft. I love these, and my babies, neither of them have had a reaction, so these are good. Are you okay, honey? My other favorite brand that I feel is a little bit more affordable, and unfortunately I don't have any in my home right now, it is the Aqua Pure wipes by Pampers. Those are phenomenal. They're super, super wet wipes, so you can go a long way with one wipe. The towelette, again, is very soft, and those are much more affordable. So personally, they're my first preference. These are also great. They're a little bit more pricey. And then also another brand that's really good is the water wipes, but those are really expensive, so it's not always in the budget. Number 6. I'm gonna call this one maintenance / medical supplies. This topic has a few random items, so I'm just gonna generalize it in this category. So cutting your newborn's nails is frightening and horrifying because you don't want to overclip and potentially hurt their finger, and then they bleed even though it's just a little bit of blood, but you feel horrible. What I used for both my girls is these little scissors right here. What does that say? Simba. They're these cute little tiny yellow scissors, and they work beautifully on the nails. You just go all the way around their little fingers, so you can get the nails and the toes done fairly quickly. I use these on my 1-year-old at least once every other week, and she doesn't even really notice because I'm like clip, 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 clip. I go through it real quick. And kind of the same for my newborn now. I've never clipped her skin with these. They're phenomenal. I think they're like a couple dollars on Amazon. I will definitely link them below because I don't know the brand name offhand, but they're great. And they come in like a little case, which I lost, but they're good. And then last but not least is another item that is a little bit funky and a little bit weird, but it's the best invention ever. It is the Frida Snot Sucker. It sounds horrible because it is, but it works phenomenal. I've used this time and time again with my 1-year-old. I haven't used it for my newborn yet, but this was so key with my 1-year-old, especially when she was a newborn, because she actually got really sick with high fever. and she was completely congested for, I swear it was weeks. And then you know how kids get sick throughout their first year. It's just ridiculous. But this thing was amazing. It is kind of gross because you're gonna literally stick this opening into your infant's nostril, like so. Like you're gonna stick it up there comfortably. I mean, it's pretty thick, so it's not like it's going up their entire nose, but you know, you put it up there, and then on your end, you are going to suck the snot out of their nose, and it works. It is the most horrifying sound. It sounds like, I don't even know. I don't even want to tell you. I don't want to ruin your day, but it's disgusting. It sounds horrific, but it works phenomenal. And you don't worry, the snot doesn't go flying up the straw into your mouth. That's not possible. So basically the snot will come in and it'll usually like kind of gather right in the tip right here. But just for peace of mind, there's a little filter right here. It's like a little styrofoam sponge texture. And so basically that kind of blocks and filters the entrance of the straw, so you're safe. No snot is going into your mouth. But this will be wonderful for your newborn, your infant, your toddler, your child, whatever it may be. I actually have a few more of the Frida baby products, but I haven't used them, so I'm not gonna talk about them. But this one I have used time and time again, and it's a must-have, and it's not even that expensive. I think it's $15, and I mean, all you have to do is replace the little sponges if you feel like it needs to be replaced, which I'm sure that they do. But yeah, so all right, you guys, that wraps up my everyday newborn essentials that I feel are imperative when you're either a new mom, a second time, third time mom, whatever it may be. These items have really helped me and have been a game changer with being a mom to young children. So I hope this helped, and if you have any questions or you want to say hi, I would love to hear from you. Feel free to comment below or like my video, and you're welcome to subscribe. I am going to be putting up more content. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a cloth diaper video, and I am also going to do another video that talks about my not so favorite baby essentials. Have a great day and stay safe from the corona.